Shalom. My name is Leke Adeboye. We're in this season of love, and there's love everywhere. Although love should be at all seasons and at all times. This is going out to young couples, those who have been married 5 years and below. And I'm not one of those people that give advices on social media and they're not married or they don't even know anything about marriage. This is 11 years for me and counting. And I have a mentor that is married 2 years ahead of me, one that is married 5 years to close to 10 years ahead of me, and I have one that is married the same age and time my parents have been married. That's over 55 years. If you want to merge those experiences of marriage, including my own tiny, small 11 years, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's just to let you know. Now, 5 years, what comes up, man? Number one, you might have discovered that in the year one, it's not everything as it looks outside that it is when you get in on the inside. But don't let it shock you. The things that I tell couples to do before they get married, most people, most of you that realized, is because you didn't discuss your expectations. So number one thing is discuss the expectations. Discuss the expectations. So your expectations are not cut short. Bible says that. I can give you the Bible text will be scrolled there free of charge. Yeah. If the expectations are cut short, then you will have problems. So discuss your expectations. What do I mean? One, you need to discuss your expectations when it comes to money, when it comes to sex, when it comes to family, when it comes to communication, when it comes to ministry, religion, God, and wherever it is that you serve. I'm sure there's one more, but I can't remember right now. And what do I mean? For example, when it comes to expectations, when it comes to money, are we going to have a joint account to run the house? Who's earning what? What are you currently earning? What happens if I'm in between jobs? I don't want to say when they fire you and you're looking for another job, but in between jobs, meaning you are moving. In some cases, they don't even have to fire you. You might just get tired of going to that place, 4 hours drive every day and trying to see if you can find one closer. What happens when you get, pregnant and you just had a baby and you have to take time off work completely for you to heal? That is one thing. So you have to discuss those expectations. Sex, how many body counts before we got married? Some of us didn't do that. Have we disconnected fully from those people? Or we just put them on hibernation mode? What have you done? What have you not done? So they will know who we're hanging with. So coming to marry and then someone is introducing coughs and trying to choke you out and you never experienced such things. So speak about expectations. Communications. Do we speak about absolutely everything? Yes, we need to. We need to share. You need to tell me what is going on, what is happening, so that because we are into it together. We are into it together. Let me know if you were in debt before we got married. How are we going to clear it? So now we're year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. People's bodies will change, especially with childbirth. So please be patient. If your wife got pregnant, it took 9 months to have the baby. It's going to take another 9 months for her to recover. So keep that in mind. Yeah, you have to give us space. You have to give yourself space. You're enjoying that fruit. You are going to the promised land, back and forth, non-stop. It's because of the promised land journeys that even the baby came. So there might be that season in which you would be dry. The desert seasons, oh God, where it's scarce. But it's not that, you don't have the depot with you. It's just that the depot is currently locked up or under maintenance and repairs. So that's where discipline comes in. There's various forms of cheating. There's emotional cheating. There is mental cheating. So it doesn't have to be sex, actually. So try and divert that energy to communicate more with your partner. And then, of course, the wisdom in communication, you guys would know what it is that you can do, because there might be other ways of satisfaction and things along that line. Family. How do we handle family? What do we discuss with everybody? How do we manage people's expectations of us? Are we broadcasting our life on everything? Are we showing ourselves off too much? Any small thing, is somebody calling their mom or their dad and reporting the other one? No. Once you become one, this is a merger between companies. There's some parties that will not be involved anymore. In fact, in a merger between companies, there will still be a selected few. Example, Jesus had 120 disciples at some point. Scale it down, he had 72. Scale it down, he had 12. Scale it down, he had 3. There's always going to be inner caucus. Scale it down, there was still one they called the beloved. All right, there was a rock, but the beloved wasn't kind of rock. So which means even Jesus had someone that he was intimate with. You need to have that understanding of that ripple effect, that ring effect. Who do I speak to? Who do I not speak to? But it starts with your spouse. Speak to your spouse first. That's the advantage of having marriage mentors that you can talk to. That won't go and carry your business outside or be referring to your business in one shady way, in one place where you are there and you know it's you that they are talking about. Just so that you can get advice, just so that you can, bounce off your head. For example, I would speak to my guy, my 2 years ahead of my marriage guy, and be like, is this being reasonable? Am I being too harsh? And I've learned a lot because I learned from him, for example, there's a difference between correcting to shame the person and correcting to help the person. If you keep going, that's how you always do it all the time anyway, move out of the way. That's you trying to pull the person down. But then if you're like, how can I help you so that in future you will be able to overcome the same obstacle? If we're getting ready for a place, for example, before it was just the two of us, I could help hire, all right? So that, women take slightly longer to get ready. But then if children are involved, how can I help make the process faster? If you are loaded enough to have maids, then sure. But then even with that, clothes needs to be picked out the night before if you're going for an event the next day. School days, for example, clothes needs to be picked out, shoes, school runs. If you're prepping the food, I should be able to at least be able to help you drop them. And then turn up for parents, teachers, association meetings and all that stuff. All of this still boils down to communication, yeah? And then appreciation. Oh, God Almighty God, let's appreciate each other. But in the same energy that we use to criticize things, we should turn it around and use it to appreciate each other, okay? For the littlest of things, to the biggest of things, to the things that looks minute. When I travel, you will not believe what my wife likes the most. Those little chocolates or sweets that they put on the bed, in the hotel room, on the pillow or whatever, I bring it all back. Or some of those little nuts that they give us on the plane, I bring it back. Because to her, it says that I was thinking of her when I was there. Some people just eat that chocolate. Yeah. In some cases, if I know I want to eat the chocolate, I beg the people that are cleaning the room, I beg, give me extra because I can eat one and then take some home. Wisdom also helps, which is the last bit. You need wisdom from God to be able to manage every situation. We all change over time. We are all going to, if you actually are united and working well, you'll be blessed. So when money comes in, it also changes people. So you have to know how you will be able to use wisdom to manage the promotion, the progression that you have in your life. From having a small place to having a bigger place, to then having a much, much bigger place. You will need wisdom to manage those wealth and for you to even get to where you need to be to and the destination God has brought you guys together for. And then something else, purpose. What is the purpose of our union? What is our marriage meant to achieve outside of us building ourselves as individuals? Our union should have a purpose. Are we trying to help orphans? Are we trying to build a legacy of change, of growth? Are we doing deliverance? Are we women in prison ministry, helping them? What is the purpose of our marriage? Are we changing lives? Are we doing it better? Are we trying to also correct whatever our parents have done wrong in their own little ways? And are we trying to be the ones that bring the real change in the family and generations to come? That's me. Till next time we look up, I'm always here for you. God bless you. See you at your next wedding anniversary. Shalom.